All right, everybody, welcome back. I'm really excited about today's deep dive.
Mm.
You know how we're always talking about the big questions like, are we alone in the universe?
Yeah, we get asked that one a lot.
All the time.
Yeah.
And I mean, who isn't fascinated by that, right? But what if we actually got an answer? What if we discovered proof positive, undeniable evidence of intelligent extraterrestrial life?
No more blurry photos or conspiracy theories, just clear evidence.
Exactly. And that's what we're diving into today. What would happen if we knew for sure that we weren't alone in the universe? I mean, think about it for a second. It would touch everything we know.
Oh, absolutely. Science, religion, politics, our whole understanding of humanity's place in the cosmos.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, everything would be up for grabs. And that's what's so fascinating about this topic, right? And the source material we're looking at today really lays out this scenario, like step by step, starting with the initial discovery.
They describe it as this unmistakable signal picked up by our most powerful telescopes.
Like imagine scientists just going about their day, looking at the data, and then bam, something completely unexpected jumps out.
It could be an artificial sound, a complex mathematical sequence, some kind of coded message just screaming intelligence.
Can you imagine seeing that on the news? Scientists confirm alien civilization.
Global pandemonium, I'd say.
Total chaos. But then what? I mean, what happens after the initial shock wears off?
Well, our source material dives into that too, and it gets really interesting.
Yeah, let's break it down step by step.
Okay, so first contact. You've got this signal, this undeniable proof that we're not alone, and suddenly the world changes.
People would be freaking out, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, some with excitement, some with fear, probably a lot of both.
Definitely. I think there'd be a lot of disbelief too, like people just refusing to accept it.
Yeah, like fake news. But it's real, and governments have to respond right.
Oh, yeah. You can bet there'd be emergency meetings at the UN world leaders trying to figure out what to do.
And would we even be able to come together as a planet? Or would it just devolve into more division and conflict?
That's the big question, isn't it? Our source highlights that tension, the potential for both unity and rivalry.
I mean, think about it. Historically, first contact hasn't always been pretty.
No, not at all. Look at what happened with European colonization. It wasn't exactly a peaceful exchange of ideas.
Yeah, there was a lot of exploitation and violence, and that makes you wonder, would we repeat those same mistakes on a cosmic scale?
It's a scary thought, but it's also a chance to do things differently, to learn from our past and actually come together as a species.
Right. I mean, this could be the thing that finally unites humanity against a common, not enemy, but
A common other.
yeah, exactly. And speaking of other, the source also talks about the scientific revolution that would explode from this discovery.
Oh, yeah, imagine scientists suddenly having access to alien technology, alien knowledge.
Like, what if they've cracked faster than light travel or have some crazy advanced understanding of physics or biology?
It would completely revolutionize our understanding of the universe. We might have to throw out all our textbooks and start from scratch.
Mind-blowing, right? And it's not just science that would be impacted. Our source talks about religion and spirituality, too.
Oh, that's a big one. For centuries, many religions have taught that humans are the center of creation. What happens when that belief is challenged?
Like, do we try to incorporate this alien civilization into our existing belief systems? Or do we have to completely rethink everything?
It would definitely spark some serious theological debates. And I think it would also force people to ask some really fundamental questions about the meaning of life and our place in the universe.
Yeah, like what does it even mean to be human when you're not the only intelligent species out there? It's a lot to wrap your head around.
It really is, but it's also incredibly exciting. I mean, just think about the philosophical discussions we'd be having.
Yeah, deep stuff.
Yeah.
And then on top of all that, there's the economic impact, which our source says would be massive.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you can already imagine the headlines. Space exploration booms, alien tech sparks economic revolution.
Right. Suddenly, space travel isn't just for governments and billionaires. It becomes the hottest industry in the world.
Think about the new technologies, the new resources, the potential for solving some of our biggest problems here on Earth.
Yeah, like what if they had the solution to climate change or some amazing energy source that could power the whole planet?
It's definitely tempting to think about the positive side of things, but the source also raises some important questions about potential risks.
Yeah, like what about the potential for economic disruption? I mean, what happens to our current industries if they become obsolete overnight?
And then there's the issue of exploitation. Are we just going to repeat the mistakes of colonialism and try to extract resources from this alien civilization?
It's a real possibility. And that brings us to maybe the most important question of all. Are we even ready for this? I mean, as a species, are we mature enough to handle contact with another intelligent civilization?
It's hard to say. Our track record isn't exactly great. We've got a lot of problems here on Earth. Wars, poverty, inequality.
And what if these aliens aren't the peaceful explorers we hope for? What if they're hostile or see us as a threat?
That's a possibility we can't ignore. The source even talks about the potential dangers of broadcasting our existence into space, like maybe we're better off keeping quiet and not attracting unwanted attention.
Yeah, like the galactic version of don't talk to strangers.
Exactly. But even with all the risks and uncertainties, there's no denying that discovering intelligent life would be a defining moment for humanity.
It would change everything, wouldn't it?
Absolutely, it would challenge our understanding of science, our beliefs, our place in the universe.
It would force us to confront our own flaws and our potential both for good and for bad.
And it would open up possibilities we can't even begin to imagine.
So what do you think? Are we ready for this? And if the universe does call out to us, how should we respond?
That's the question we all have to grapple with, and there's no easy answer. But here's something else to consider. What if this alien civilization is far more advanced than us? Like not just a few centuries ahead, but thousands or even millions of years ahead. What would that mean for us? Would they see us as equals, as students, as a threat? And what responsibilities would they have towards us or we towards them? It's a question that really makes you think about the vastness of the universe and the possibilities that are out there.
Yeah, definitely a lot to ponder. All right, everyone, thanks for joining us for this deep dive. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Are we ready for ET? And if they call, should we pick up the phone?
Until next time, keep looking up.